This product feature clip highlights CRUD Scaffold generation, which is one of the Spring MVC development accelerators. To demonstrate this feature, we'll use one of the sample applications or sample projects that are available on the community site, Skyway Hotels. And with Skyway Hotels, we have two domain objects, preferred guests and reservation. And as you can see in the overview tab for preferred guests, we have the fields identified and the primary key established. And we've also indicated a relationship, a one-to-many relationship with the reservation domain object. And then flipping over to the reservation domain object, we see that its fields are identified and created. And there's a one-to-one relationship, reverse relationship to the preferred guest. So now that we actually have a project set up and we have the domain layer defined, we'll go ahead and generate the CRUD scaffold for it by right mouse clicking on preferred guests and selecting generate CRUD. And what Skyway will do now is submit that to the scaffold generation engine, which will create the DAO for the preferred guests and the reservation domain objects, as well as creating the CRUD operations for the service layer and the CRUD operations for the controller layer. Additionally, it will create the JSPs for the web interface for it and all the context files that are needed for Spring. And with the scaffold generation completed, we can see in the target project, the Skyway Hotels web, that we have the generated packages created with all the Java files created. So we have all the DAO with the JUnit test shells created, the implementation, and the interface files created for the DAO. We also see that all the Java files are created for the domain, for the two domain objects. We have the operations identified for the service, and we have the Java classes created for the controller. Additionally, if we pop down to the web content, we'll see that the pages have been generated for the application also to support CRUD of both the preferred guests, doing CRUD operations on preferred guests, as well as the relationship to reservations. As a final step in the feature clip, we'll take a look at taking the generated scaffold and deploying it out to Tomcat and seeing the running application. So we'll run through the normal wizard of adding that project. So we add the project, we'll go ahead and publish it. And we'll go ahead and start it. And with the application deployed and running, we'll go ahead and enter in the URL to start the application from the web browser. So we'll start that up. And we'll give ourselves a little more real estate here. And we see that we have the running application. For the preferred guest, we can add a new guest, and once we add a new guest, we can see that we'll actually have the ability to add a reservation to it. So I'll go ahead and enter in a new guest, and I'll hit save. And now we have a preferred guest, and we'll select the preferred guest, and now you can see we have the CRUD capability of adding a reservation.